Here's a question I want you to sit with for the next 7 minutes. What if the most productive people you know aren't more motivated than you? They're just better at making effort optional. Hold on to that. We're coming back to it at the end. Let me be honest with you. I am lazy, like genuinely, deeply lazy. Left to my natural instincts, I would scroll, snack, and do the bare minimum until the guilt gets unbearable. But I also want things, big things, a business, a body I'm proud of, work I actually care about. And for a long time, I thought the gap between where I was and where I wanted to be was a motivation problem. I just needed to want it more, feel it more, be more disciplined. That was wrong. And today I'm going to show you why and what actually works instead. Motivation is an emotion, and emotions are unreliable. Think about how you feel on a Monday morning versus a Friday afternoon. Same goals, completely different energy. If your system depends on motivation, it's going to fail you roughly half the time, which is exactly why most people quit. Here's the psychology behind it. Motivation typically follows action. It doesn't precede it. You don't feel like going to the gym, you go anyway, and then you feel good. The feeling comes after the behavior, not before. So if you're sitting around waiting to feel motivated, you've got the order backwards. The fix? Stop trying to generate motivation. Start building systems that remove the need for it. There's a concept in chemistry called activation energy, the amount of energy required to start a reaction. The same principle applies to human behavior. The harder something is to start, the less likely you are to do it, period. So the goal isn't to push harder, it's to lower the starting cost. Practical example. If you want to work out in the mornings, sleep in your gym clothes. Sounds ridiculous, right? But research on habit formation consistently shows that reducing friction, even by tiny amounts, dramatically increases follow-through. Want to eat healthier? Don't rely on willpower at 8 p.m. Instead, make the bad options slightly harder to access and the good options slightly easier. Put fruit on the counter, put the chips on the high shelf. Lazy people by nature will take the path of least resistance. So design your environment so that path leads toward what you want. Here's something I noticed about myself. I get more done in the 2 days before a deadline than in the 2 weeks before it. That's not a character flaw. That's Parkinson's law. Work expands to fill the time available for its completion. The solution isn't to become a more disciplined person. It's to create real external deadlines. Tell someone. Pay for a class that starts at a set time. Book the appointment. Ship the thing before it's perfect. Ambition without a deadline is just daydreaming. Lazy people need stakes, not lectures. Perfectionists are often the least productive people in the room. They redo, second guess, and stall out. Meanwhile, the good enough and shipped version is already in the world getting feedback. If you're lazy, use it. You don't want to redo things, so do them once and let them stand. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is completion. A finished project you're 80% happy with beats an unfinished one you love in theory. Lower your threshold for done. Raise your threshold for starting over. Ambitious people often have 47 things they want to do. Lazy people have the energy for maybe 3. This is actually an advantage, if you're honest about it. Most people try to do everything. They end up making incremental progress on a dozen goals and actually finishing none. The lazy, ambitious move is to pick one thing, not 3, one, and give it disproportionate attention until it's done or until it's clearly the wrong thing. Warren Buffett has a famous 25/5 exercise. Write down your top 25 goals. Circle the top 5. Everything else, that's your avoid at all costs list. Because those middle goals are the most dangerous. They feel important enough to pursue, but not important enough to actually finish. Focus isn't a personality trait. It's a decision about what not to do. The highest leverage thing a lazy person can do is automate a decision they'd otherwise have to make every day. Set up automatic savings. Schedule the recurring meeting. Use templates instead of starting from scratch. Create a weekly review ritual so you never have to think about what to do next. It's already planned. Every decision you automate is one less place your laziness can sabotage you. This is exactly how ambitious people seem to do so much. They've front-loaded the decisions and made follow-through nearly automatic. So, back to the question I asked at the beginning. What if the most productive people you know aren't more motivated than you? They're just better at making effort optional. That's it. That's the whole thing. The people who consistently achieve things aren't running on superior willpower. They've built environments where the right action is the easiest action. They use deadlines instead of discipline. They ship imperfect work. They focus on one thing. They automate what they can. Motivation is a bonus when it shows up. It's not the engine. You don't have to change who you are. You have to change how your life is designed. Lazy plus a good system, that's not a liability. That's a strategy.